Writing about different seasons effectively involves capturing the unique characteristics and emotions each one brings. Here's how you can vividly describe and use the seasons to enrich your writing. Spring symbolism of renewal. Spring is often associated with new beginnings and renewal. Describe blossoming flowers, budding trees, and the return of birds from their migratory patterns. Sensory descriptions. Focus on the sensory changes, the smell of fresh rain, the sound of birdsong, the feel of warmer breezes, and the sight of bright new greenery. Themes of coming to life. Perhaps a budding relationship, or a new perspective on things often meet themselves well at the table of concepts with spring. Light and color. Mention the shift in light as days get longer and brighter. Describe the vibrant colors of blooming flowers and clear blue skies. Themes of growth and hope. Spring can be used metaphorically to signify growth in a character or a fresh start in a storyline. Often, it can also be used to offset a character and make their own lack of growth more noticeable to the reader. It is always a good idea to play with established concepts or tropes. A spin on an old trope can breathe new life into them and interest readers by shattering expectations. Summer heat and light. Emphasize the warmth of the sun, the long days, and the clear skies. Describe how the heat ripples in the air or the way the sun bleaches surfaces. Outdoor activities. Mention activities like swimming, picnics, and hiking, highlighting the season's association with leisure and vacation. Nature in full bloom. Describe lush greenery, blooming gardens, and busy wildlife. Summer thunderstorms and balmy nights can also add to the atmosphere. Themes of freedom and adventure. Summer often symbolizes freedom, youth, and a break from routines, which can be reflected in more spontaneous and adventurous plot developments. In my Leorta series, you will see summer as a time of war because of ease of travel and the relatively nice weather. Depending on your world, it may be different. Perhaps it is too hot to do anything, so people are forced to take refuge in deep caves. Remember, as a writer, you can spin whatever universes you please. Play with ideas. Autumn colors and changes. Autumn is all about change, so focus on the changing colors of leaves, the cooling temperatures, and the shorter days. On one side of the coin, it signals a coming death. On another, it symbolizes a season of plenty. Harvest themes. Include elements of harvest like apple picking, pumpkin patches, and the abundance of crops. It is easy to forget in our modern era such things as this, however, in the past, it was extremely important to not only depict the crops, but to celebrate as well. The work has been completed. Sensory details. Describe the sound of leaves crunching underfoot, the smell of wood smoke, and the taste of seasonal foods. Themes of transition and melancholy. Autumn can symbolize maturity, nostalgia, or the passage of time, useful for more introspective and reflective parts of your narrative. It can also be the grim eyes of a coming end. Be sure to explore and really feel out what emotions this season brings out. Winter cold and snow. Describe the chill in the air, the quietness of a snow-covered landscape, and the starkness of bare trees. The sound, dampening effects of snow can often turn the loud summer-busy streets into a dull tone, often bringing a sense of nostalgia and peace. It can also make a scene more lonely than it should be. Indoor settings. Focus on indoor scenes, like families gathering around the fire, holiday preparations, and warm, cozy atmospheres. Contrast with darkness and light. The short days and long nights of winter offer a contrast between the darkness of the outside and the warmth and light of indoor spaces. Where I live in Maine, it is not uncommon for it to become dark before 3 p.m. Themes of endurance and reflection. Winter can symbolize endurance, introspection, and the passage into a new year or phase of life. It can also mean death and stillness, as the cold bite of a winter storm takes hold. The season can be one of serious struggle for those not prepared, but also can be one of relative relaxation for those who are. Think of the fable of the careless grasshopper and the hard-working ants. General tips: use seasonal metaphors. Each season can be a metaphor for different stages of life or phases in a story. Spring for youth, new beginnings, autumn for maturity, change, etc. Incorporate cultural or regional aspects. Depending on your setting, seasons might have cultural events or specific regional characteristics, like monsoons in the tropics or midnight sun in polar regions. Impact on characters and plot. Consider how the season affects your character's mood, behavior, and the story's progression. For instance, a summer heatwave might propel a plot, or a snowy winter might trap characters, forcing an interaction. A good antagonist can literally be the season itself. Give character to the time of year, and you will really feel your story come alive. The key is to use seasons not just as backdrops, but as integral elements that contribute to the mood, theme, and progression of your story.